Welcome back to Part 2, Chapter 2 of the second playthrough of Blade Runner. That's a lot of twos. So in the last chapter we let Zubin go. We did not kill him, because we don't want to kill any replicants. We want to be nice to the replicants. So we let Zubin go, and now we've got another crime scene to go investigate, where an angry Jamaican delivery food person was threatening a fat guy with some dynamite. Not dynamite, plastic explosives. And then he shut out the camera. Shut out the security camera so he couldn't see anymore. It's just...
Maggie, come here, girl.
Say
Here you
goodbye to
go,
the dog
baby.
before we
Dinner
go.
time.
Your floor number, please.
We have not even been to the police station yet.
Apartment roof.
Because we are not cooperating with the police any more than we have to in this playthrough. A cab, y'all. Not cooperating with the police. Trying to save the replicants. I don't know. There's not very many points where you actually can kill a replicant early in the game.
McCoy, LPD.
Just a minute.
Where do I go?
Grav test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
I should save. Because I don't think I've saved at the beginning. Oh, it auto-saves at the start of each act. Okay, well that's good to know. Good to know that it auto-saves. How much money do I have? $290? Oakley dokley. We can talk to that guy or we can go up.
One more thing.
I've told you everything I know, Detective. I gotta work. These monitors don't watch themselves.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
Can't click on his monitors.
One more thing.
I've told you everything I know, Detective. I gotta work. These monitors don't watch themselves.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
Doesn't let me skip past the dialogue. Whoops. Did not mean to right click. There's something on the floor out here.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Anemoid Row.
Maybe that's a reason to go to Anemoid Row.
It was a Tyrell sales brochure for the Nexus series. The kind of glossy hype that ends up littering the floor at trade shows. This one was for last year's infamous Lolita model.
Oh,
a
dear.
big hit with the all-important dirty old man market.
Oh dear. Oh dear, yeah, we're recording. I get paranoid about that. Okay. Usually I'm recording console games. I can just look over at the laptop screen and make sure it's still working, right? But there's nothing for me to look at to see that I'm still recording on here.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
DNA sequences. So that's one of the... maybe the only collectible through the game is there's DNA sequences you can grab, which slightly alters some of the endings. That's part of where the 13 different endings comes from. But we can't get it yet because we don't have the password yet. This is the first one you can get. Let's check out the Graph Lab.
Jesus.
Yep.
I seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
I mean, yeah. Got one?
This hearing yours?
Maybe it belonged to that other cop who was up here. The babe with the shades and the cigarettes.
Ain't her style. Call her babe to her face, you're liable to end up with a severe limp. You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
Mm-hmm. 2 chapters in and we've already got 2 different food places. These guys sure love to eat.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
Aww. Aww.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last
Say it
24
again.
hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
Okay. The enter button skips it apparently.
Obviously, he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert. The charge had been big enough to do the job, but not big enough to shatter the soundproof walls of the float chamber. But I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
I don't think we ever get an answer to that question.
Dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Ricky. There we go. That's going to be the password. Paranoid, just making sure when I hit enter it didn't stop the recording. It did not. Okay. Is that it? Just bodies take out. Is that all there's to pick up? Try clicking the body
Disgusting.
again. It is disgusting. You really should watch your weight better than that. You're gonna have some sort of cardiac problems later in life. Oh, never mind.
You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
Okay, so he has no comment on the stuff we've seen since we came in. What is that? I can't click on it. Something right by the door and I can't click on it. Let's go put the password in.
Eisenduller had used his dog's name as a password. The Tyrell brass wouldn't be too happy if they knew I was snagging a copy of their files, but someone had wanted him bad enough to kill Eisenduller, so I figured they must be worth having.
Yep. Alright. Wait, did we... I think that guy did. Video clips? No. I want to just look at video clips. Yeah, okay, so we got the Eisenduller clip. I guess we can go do some photo stuff, or maybe we can just go straight to... Maybe we can just go straight to Animoid Row. Oh.
Lagging behind again?
Yeah.
Gouza didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still fitting the pieces together. You know the moon bus massacre that went down last month?
Gaff mentioned something about it.
The rogue skin jobs probably flew to Earth. And one of them is a demolitions expert, similar MO to your Vic upstairs.
Hell of a coincidence.
I'll call you if I find out anything more about your case.
Ah, so she's already working on this case, because these are the replicants from the moonbus crash. So we're working on the same case, just coming in from different angles. Anything new to say now? Here we go.
You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security's tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisendoller's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees. How do I get in to see the big boss?
You don't, unless he wants to see you.
Okay. How do I make him want to see me?
Well, you could call his personal assistant.
Who is...
Don't know offhand.
Yeah, I get the picture. You know if anyone lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisendoller's moo-moo fit in?
Hey, you know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
You friendly with Eisendoller?
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisendoller, he almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside, and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Grub test chief engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing. One of the other engineers could tell you more.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I suppose we might be done here. Alright, so we've got another photo to analyze. Guess we'll go to do that before. Well, maybe we'll go to Anemoid Road first. Can we go? We can. We go to Anemoid Road first. I know it's row. And I said road. Anemoid Row. I always feel like there's something down here, some weird secret thing. I always forget exactly what it is. You show up at the right time or click at the right spot or something. I might be wrong, I might be imagining it. Maybe I dreamed it at some point.
You know who deals in insects down here?
You don't want insects? They're no good companion. But fish. Fish are good. I have every kind of fish for you. Blowfish, dorado, miniature sailfish. Very friendly.
I don't
No, thanks. I got a dog at
I
home.
don't want a pet.
Fish just as good as dog.
Dude,
No, my
No.
dog is real.
Real. Oh, you must make lots of money.
Let's get back to insects. Official LPD business.
Down at end of Animal Row, you see big green sign? You try there. Good luck with dog, friend. Hope he stays healthy.
She.
that sounded like a threat. Nice dog you have here. Shame if something would have happened to it. Yeah. Big dragonfly down at the end. About these two. What are you two up to? That one looks like a cop, kind of. Judging by the silhouette. He's not moving at all, though.
Might I interest you in a snake, noble one?
Not today, thanks. You know anything about insects?
I regret that I do not, noble one, save that I feed them to my snakes.
You do what?
Artificial ones, of course. The safeguards in the design of my snakes would not allow them to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the fakes must be pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
Right now I'm more interested in the insect.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert on such things and will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
I need to ask you...
Certainly the LPD must have better things to do than to question a humble merchant over and over again about the same things. Why aren't you out
Apparently you
arresting
haven't met the
criminals like
LPD.
that disreputable Bob fellow?
Bob?
He owns the armament shop up the street. He's insane, noble one, insane. He takes peculiar pleasure in agitating all the vendors around here. I cannot even go out for a Shiscook without worrying whether Bob is going to sabotage my snakes.
So apparently, gun dealer Bob has been bothering the animal dealers.
Thanks for your time.
I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I think that's just a bit of cultural flavor.
Excuse me, pal.
Why did you stop there if you're not talkable? I don't know. There you go. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to click on down here. We're still running. Just a bit paranoid.
This your work?
Ah, the dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then, you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
You take care, chasing the dragon. Handsome man like you has lady friend, of course.
All my girl cares about is food and love.
Oh, how romantic. What is this girl's name?
Maggie.
Maggie. Ah, Maggie, senor. It's perfect, is it not?
We are going to, of course, buy our dog a name
It's kind of
tag.
ugly, but you tugged me into it. You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Okay. Bullet Bob. Hawker's Circle. That's a whole nother area. She mentioned Hawker's Circle to try to sell the jewelry. Can't click on this area. Where does this go? Oh, that goes back to Runcitor's. Oh, okay. Cool. That's tired and abandoned now.
Locked.
Yep. Okay, we can't go back into Runcitor's. Maybe the interior of Runcitor's is only on disc 1. Or something. I don't know what disc we're actually on. Because the installer I used to make it work on a modern computer doesn't make you change discs anymore. I don't think, from what I remember. But it originally came on 4 discs. I mean, I still use the discs to install it.
That a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh?
As I was saying, yeah, the game was on 4 CDs, and it won't run on modern computers, so I had to go find like a installer. And I think from what I remember, it installs enough of the game that you don't have to change CDs anymore now, I think. We'll see if the game asks me to change CDs at some point. So Gunrunner Bob here, he's got an automatic turret that will shoot us if we try anything funny. Let's just see what happens if we try something funny. We got some loud talking in the other room. Just pretend that's part of the atmosphere of the game. I don't know if the microphone's picking up or not. I can certainly hear it.
Hey, put that away!
I'm gonna put something away, but it ain't gonna be my gun.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's fun.
Hey, put that away!
I'm gonna put something away, but it ain't gonna be my gun. I'd crossed the line. Bob was a psychopath, but I was almost sure he wasn't a replicant. I didn't have a lot of time and my options were pretty lousy. Stay and face the music, or take off and hope I didn't get caught.
Weird. What about the...
Jesus.
The automatic turret didn't shoot me. It's not a very good defense system you got there, pal.
I'd crossed the line. Bob was a psychopath, but I was almost sure he wasn't a replicant.
Well... Is anything even going to happen with that? Surely at some point... That kind of looks like the guy from that angle.
Excuse me, pal.
Surely at some point the cops are going to come and... Are the cops not going to come and arrest me for that? Did I get away with it? Or does it just let you keep playing until the chapter ends and then you get arrested or something? Okay, let's make sure we load, not save. Load, okay.
Jesus.
Bob doesn't say anything.
Jesus.
Bob doesn't say anything about that. So what else is there? Just Bob to talk to in here? This thing right here looks like it should be something. But I can't clicky. No clicky.
How come I never heard of you?
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davy Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by Davy like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back in the job soon.
Oh, here we go. Hassan? I don't remember who Hassan is. Was that the... Who is... Hey, tell me who's... Oh, let's buy some ammo. Better ammo.
You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? 'Cause I know them police-issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere, if you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it.
Alright, we got some better bullets now.
I hear you've been waving guns around on Anemoid Row.
Who's been telling you that crap? That lying Egyptian snake oil salesman?
Hassan?
That's the one. I should have popped him when I had the chance. You want to know what really happened? I wanted to get my daughter a present for her birthday, right? I bought an iguana from that crook Hassan. And the damn thing ran out of juice just 2 days after I plucked down a shitload of chin yen. Son of a bitch wouldn't give me a refund. So I threatened to burn down his shop.
Sometimes you just gotta be philosophical about these things.
That's exactly what my wife says.
Alright. We're not going to try to void comp him. Because, you know, we're not really blade running anyway. We don't care if he's a replicant. That's fine. That's fine. You can just be a replicant in peace. We're moving on. Kingston Kitchen. This is where the delivery guy came from. Doesn't look like we can click on anything other than the lady.
Step up, step up. Mama Isabella cooked you something special. Put a glow in your cheek.
McCoy, LPD. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions? They always need answers.
Well, yeah. That's the point. That is exactly the point, ma'am. I do, in fact, need answers.
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisenduller at the Tyrell building?
Eisenduller. Oh, Eisenduller, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead.
Wow. So it wasn't really
That
delivering
stew's
from
looking
here.
tasty.
Fix you right up.
So she
Only
might not
dirty
know him at all.
chicken. It put a spring in your step, man. The ladies, they be loving you.
No, I don't want to.
Thanks for your time. Thanks for your time.
That won't even let me buy it now. Okay. How many bullets do I get? $24. 24 of the better bullets. We might save those for later, just in case. Just in case there's tougher enemies at the end of the game than there are here. I don't plan on needing to shoot anybody anytime soon. That guy right there, though, he kind of looks like our suspect.
I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club. Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who's Maggie, your mommy?
She's a dog.
So is my wife, but I sure as hell don't brag about it.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one
good one.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Oh boy. Okay. Nothing else to say to this guy. At some point we get a photo of this area to analyze, but I don't remember how we get it. There's Ezo at the pawn shop. I don't think we mess with him yet. Or do we?
Two minutes. That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsers. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
Well, let me come in and get some then. Yeah. It's not time to mess with this guy yet. My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I think I did that in the last playthrough. But doesn't it sound like that? Okay.
Hey, you.
No, just actually go down there and do it. Let's see what he has to say about what Bob had to say about what he had to say. We just keep going back and forth and having them argue through us? Probably not.
Thanks for your time.
Nope. Okay, so we didn't learn anything new on that loop around that way. So I guess we're done here and we can go analyze the photo. I think analyzing the photo is the last thing I need to do. There's nowhere new to go, right? No. Okay. Alright. Hey McCoy, can I get your autograph? I'm a big fan.
Your floor number, please.
McCoy, 88F.
88, baby.
Thank you.
I am just made out of pixels, and I'm going to the 88th floor. Look at my pixels. Yeah, I got you a bracelet.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Alright. Photos. Look at this photograph.
Scanning video disc.
My
One enhanceable
boss's
image
name
found.
is Gaff.
Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Boop, 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 boop. Look at your big old face. There it is, you silly Jamaican man. With your dreadlocks that don't move.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row. Give me a hard copy of that.
Nope. Just a gun. What about this armband? What about that? Nothing? No info on the armband. Got some sticking out of your back, Holmes. Give me a hard copy of that.
Give me a hard copy of that.
A bomb. Nope, nothing. Just some sort of scientific equipments. Nasty old food containers. This guy needs to clean up once in a while. Like, I know he didn't eat this much just in a couple of days. He's supposed to be a germaphobe, and he's got all this rotten food containers all over his place. I don't think that makes sense. Do I see writing? It looks like text from a distance. Oh, no. Just wrinkly wires. Okay. Tons of bottles. Doggy treats. Dog bone. This is a different way to get the Ricky thing. The Ricky tag. So one of these dogs had a name tag that said Ricky. Maybe you can't get it out of the photograph. I thought you could, though. Where's the other dog? Behind him? Maybe it's this dog. There we go.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that.
Poor little cute doggy. He got blowed up by angry Jamaican man. Kingston Kitchens.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
That might be all there is to look at. Nope. Okay, I think that's all. I think that's all that's in the photo, which doesn't really help us any. Not any new information. We haven't looked at this. We haven't actually looked at the victim yet. Is this just where his robe is all bunched up with the belt? Just looks like there's a lot of stuff in his waist area. I guess that's just... I guess that's just the belt of his robe all bunchy and knotted. Yeah. I think maybe we're done with this photo. What's in front of the dog? There's a bone and a little ball, maybe? There's definitely a bone. I don't know what that thing is, but probably nothing. We already got his earring. Can we just get like a mug shot?
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Okay. And no messages.
Your floor number, please.
Might have to go to the police station. I don't know what else to do at the moment. What else is there to do? Can I talk to Tyrell yet? I don't think anything new ever shows up in Chinatown, I don't think. I think we're done once you do the sushi restaurant. What else? What else? What else? In the cutscene, the guy mentioned...
Messy up there, isn't it?
In the cutscene, the guy mentioned a new location, but it hasn't shown up on our map yet, where the genetic designers are.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can't pick Tyrell's office from there. So... I guess we're gonna have to go to the police station? I don't know what else to do. But I don't know what to do at the police station either. Photographer's gone.
Disgusting. Disgusting.
Save it as Boom again. Don't need to get too many save games. And we'll see if going to the police station is what I need to do to get this case moving. Maybe if we talk to the...
Lockup.
Maybe if we talk to the boss, he will send us to Tyrell. Who's in lockup? Who are you?
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
Yeah, that guy's nothing to do with us.
Who are you, anyway?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
I got some more questions for you.
Your associate, Ms. Steele, has already taken my statement. I have nothing more to say unless I have an attorney present.
I got some more questions for you.
Your associate, Ms. Steele, has already taken my statement. I have nothing more to say unless I have an attorney present.
Well then.
Ground floor.
Boss man, you here? We could go out the front door, but that's not going to take us anywhere useful. What's this laying on the desk?
We get a new weapons shipment?
Nothing in here. Nothing. Other than apparently an invoice for a new weapons shipment. Okay. Out you go. You know what? If I go out this way, can I get to places I'm not meant to be yet? Because it does loop around other parts of the game. But I don't think they're open from here. Oh, maybe they are. Is this that big hotel building? I don't think it is. We can't go into the sewer right now. We can't go any farther right. Oh, this is my apartment. That's what this is. I think that's what that is. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything to do with the police station anyway.
And shooting range.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards.
Lucky strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
Close to a perfect score? That's just not good enough. Not good enough.
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy! Bryant finally let you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Guzzo was going to requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Guzzo could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy. We get a new weapons shipment?
Yeah, Guza requisitioned a couple of cases for the assault teams.
Let me guess. He's planning on taking out a small city.
Lieutenant's a big believer in overkill.
I've gotten all I can from that. That weapon shipment just came in. You got the paperwork handy?
Why? You got a pressing need to rummage through my private files?
Yeah, I forgot you were keeping your lacy underthings in there. Look, Jack, I just want to see what they're charging for a crate of rifles these days.
Too damn much if you ask me, especially at the rate the assault teams are losing them. I guess there ain't no harm in it.
Okay, apparently it's the same form. I thought maybe they were gonna not match up and I'd be finding some embezzlement or something. I don't know what to do now, though. There's no point in doing the training course.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Not gonna go into the Esper room. The next floor up's got the evidence guy. Maybe
Laboratory.
we need to talk to him about something. Nope, not even here. Well, bye then.
Roof.
Well, doesn't seem like coming here did any good.
Roof.
Okay, explosives. That's for Chinatown. Police station. Explosives, earring. We haven't... Oh, maybe I asked Bob about the explosives. Let's go ask Bullet Bob if he knows anything about explosives. Also, we could ask Iso about explosives. We've already talked to people about the earring.
I heard of you.
Is that right?
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what, exactly?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like Steel or Gaff.
They get hurt sometimes, too. It's a dangerous business.
So about those explosives, know anything?
How'd you feel about taking a little test?
You mean the Voight
No.
Kampf? You come into my shop and you want to VK me?
No, that's not what I wanted
Relax, I just...
It's funny. You thinking I'm a rep. Set up the test. We'll see what's what around here.
to do. They'll actually do it, okay.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax. What do you do for a living?
I sell donuts. Come on, is the whole thing gonna be this dull?
Just answer the questions as truthfully as you can. What's your name?
Bob Gorski. This ain't no different than the DMV.
Just a sec. Using the first words that come into your mind, describe your childhood.
Peaceful.
Really?
Sure, once I took the axe to my ma. Joke, that's a joke. Boy, you should have seen your face.
this guy.
You're having dinner at a friend's home. Halfway through the appetizer, he tells you that you've been eating goose liver pâté.
I beat the crap out of him.
You see an oversized book with pictures of exotic animals on the cover. The title is Big Game Hunting in Zaire.
I'd burn the book.
Let me finish. Curious, you flip it open. There's a picture of a man standing with his foot on a dead Cape buffalo. You find yourself fascinated. You keep paging through it, seeing picture after picture of animals laid to waste, each more gruesome than the last.
So this is how this test goes, huh? You asking me sick questions.
It's designed to provoke you.
Is that right?
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tell him to get a job. Ain't he heard there's a labor shortage around here?
We're not getting very definitive readings from this guy.
You're 7 years old. You manage to steal several marshmallows from the kitchen and sneak them back to your bedroom. You're caught, and your father spanks you.
Good for him.
You're suddenly very afraid. Why?
Must be the stuffed animals again. Yeah, they're freaky. They're like animals, but they got stuff in them.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's supposed to scare me?
Not scare, just shock. Provoke a reaction.
I heard worse in the wars. Hell, I done worse.
You've been kidnapped. Your captors tell you that you'd better think about what you did to deserve this.
No, they'd better think about what they did to deserve it. 'Cause they'll slip, and I'll be ready.
Are you taking any drugs?
Hey, I get tested every week.
In a magazine, you come across a full-page photo of a nude girl.
Hey-o.
I'm gonna like this one.
The girl is lying on a bearskin rug.
Oh man, why'd you have to ruin it? I guess I'm gonna have to rip up the magazine.
Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Since you didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, you know, I think about skin jobs all the time. Try to get into their heads. Maybe that's what the deal is.
Maybe.
Thanks for your time.
So he doesn't have anything to say about explosives. Which was the whole reason I went in there in the first place. Who does? Or does anybody? I don't remember. I don't remember what the next step in the game is.
This guy work for you?
No, but I wish he do. He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him for sure.
Oh, I remember Izo does have a bunch of gunrunner stuff under his shop, so maybe...
Thanks for your time.
Maybe it's time to go talk to Izo, now that we know about the explosives. Excuse me, I'm trying to get around you here. Oh boy. Nope. Nothing going on at Izo's place. Well then, I don't know.
Ray McCoy, Rep D-Tech. Excuse me, pal.
Well, we'll be back in the next video once I have some idea of what to do.